Well, my name's Peter, and as a retired person, I decided to start paying more attention to birds. I guess I've always been interested in birds. Birds are interesting. Birds are really the only direct descendant of dinosaurs. They're the only dinosaur left is birds. Makes you wonder whether or not dinosaurs had feathers, but at least a few of them flew. So, in any case, bird watching is a wonderful thing you can do. You can do it anywhere, and you can do it at home, which is what we do. Important thing is that we get a few guidebooks. Now, there's a lot of different guidebooks you can get. There's Shibley's, there's Peterson. These are probably the two main ones. Peterson one here. The important thing is you get the bird book that's local to where you live. Now, Shibley's has got all kinds of stuff in it, but in the Pacific Northwest, we don't need a lot of pink flamingo information because, frankly, there's not a lot of pink flamingos. So if you get a book like this, here's a book tailored to the Pacific Northwest, which is where we currently are here when we're filming this. Now, what's nice about this is they've just taken and they've broken down the birds that are either native or migrate to this area. Like I said earlier, this one here, this violet green sparrow is one of my favorites. We have two pairs of these that have been coming back to the same nest for 8 years. I'm assuming a bird normal lifespan's about 1.5 years, maybe 2 years, so this must be new generations of them. But it's interesting, isn't it? They fly all the way from Mexico. One of the problems we have is it's kind of a cool, rainy, typical day here, and the birds like warmer days. I mean, when the weather's better, of course they always have to eat, but on a warmer day, you're going to get more birds. And when you're not standing 2 feet from the bird feeder, it helps too. Let's go fill it up, shall we? Let's hang this up, shall we? Oh, that's heavy. Okay, so what's happened here is you would think this would be some really large bird doing this, but no, actually what it is we have a lot of deer, and the deer like the seeds just as much. Deer will eat anything. They like the bird feeders, so the deer trying to get the feeder will start chewing on the tree. So that's what's going on there. One of the important things, if you're really into birds, is it's really useful to have running water or a water source of one kind. The two things you really have to attract birds is water and food source of some kind, and preferably not a cat. A few birds that we see here quite often, of course you get the native birds, the black cat, chickadees. There's not one here. Typically there's a dozen of them here. But they're a small bird with a black feathers on the top and kind of a white rump. The other bird we see quite a bit is the stellar jay. Here's the stellar jay here. Now these birds typically they like sunflowers, but a lot of these birds, you see them, we're a little cool yet this time of year. We get a little later in the summer, as the temperature warms up, they'll be coming closer and closer up. Oh, look there's a hummingbird over there. This time of year is kind of early for migrating birds. As it warms up, they'll start coming up more and more, and then we'll start getting birds that we don't normally see except in the summertime, like the mourning dove, which is, you see that in Arizona and hardly ever get it up here. But the really interesting birds we have here, and you can actually see a few of the nesting holes over in this tree here. We have pileated woodpeckers, but it looks like the typical woodpecker, with the red head and the white, and it's a woodpecker. But we get quite a few of them, and they're interesting because they're interesting birds to look at, and they're large birds, so you can see them easily. We have had a snowy or a winter snow owl, a white owl, which is the typical Harry Potter owl, the white owl. Every once in a while, they're unusual for here because they live up north farther, up in northern Canada. But every once in a while, you'll get one down here, depending on how bad the winter is in the Arctic.